Welcome back to the YouTube channel, guys. Today we're going to be talking about purchasing my first investment property, how it went. Is purchasing a investment property for you? Should you get it? Should you buy your first home? My experiences. I'm going to give you guys a house tour of my top unit today and just talk about how my experience went. And I'm also going to be putting up this for rent sign. I recently just got the for rent sign. I just went to go buy it right now because I'm trying to get it rented out. Like I said, I had it renovated. Been owning the property for about 2 years now, so I want to get a tenant in my top unit. I had originally, when I purchased the property, there was a tenant living in the top unit. They were paying $1,750, and I got it renovated now, and I'm trying to get about $2,400 from the top rental. So that's what I'm going to list it at. I have a listing on Zillow. I'm currently putting listing on Redfin, and I have the for rent sign. I'm still in the process of learning how to screen the tenants and stuff like that, but I feel like I'm just going to jump right into it and try to figure it out as I go, because I know Zillow has a screening process. I think Redfin does. I'm putting the for rent sign, so when they contact me, I'm going to try to learn how to do background checks and credit checks and stuff like that. And I'm still watching videos and stuff like that to try to figure that out. But that's besides the point. As far as if the property, or let me talk about my experience purchasing the property. So I got the property, like I said, 2 years ago. Originally I was living in a neighborhood called Pilsen. I'm in Chicago, so I was living in Pilsen. I was trying to look for properties similar to that. Trying to get a multi-unit. That was my main goal, to get a multi-unit, and I wanted a house hack. So I wanted to live in one of the units and rent out the other 2 or 3 units to try to pay for the vast majority of my mortgage. And that's what I was doing here for a while, because when I purchased the property, the top unit was paying $1,750. The bottom unit is still there. They're currently paying $1,250. So I'm going to try to charge a little bit more for the top unit. It is renovated. It's done with renovations. Got a couple small things to fix up, but for the most part it's done, so I'm going to get it listed. But purchasing the property, I was looking for, on the south side, I was looking for the area Pilsen, Bridgeport, McKinley Park, Brighton Park, and I landed on the house that I'm currently at. It has 3 units. I'm currently living on the first floor. There is tenant occupied on the garden unit, and there was a family living on the top unit, but now it is currently vacant. And this is the house I landed on. I went and toured about 12 buildings, I think it was, and this was probably the best one from all of them. I was looking for a house that had a garage. I was looking for a house that had multi-unit. I didn't really care if it was a brick building or not, but this one is brick building, the one that I currently have. And yeah, was it the smartest decision for me? And like, how much did I save up? And how much did it cost me in total? So when I was looking for the building, I was planning on doing an FHA loan, which I believe is 1.5% down or 3% down, something like that. I think it's 3% down. I don't quite remember. You got to fact check me on that. But I saved up about $30,000. I was looking for something maximum 500 grand costing in total for the building, so $500,000. And things are expensive here in Chicago, so preferably I wanted to get something in like the $300,000 range. But everything that I was looking at was pretty much shot and beat up, and it was going to require so many repairs, or it wasn't a multi-unit. It only had 2 units. I didn't want anything with 2 units. I wanted 3 units minimum. And that's what I got here. And this building ended up costing me, after everything, I think they listed it for $495,000. I think I got it all in total because they gave me like credits or something, because I went through. So when I was looking for the property, I had to submit a contract or submit an offer. So I submitted an offer at a little bit, I think at price or a little bit below price, and they accepted it. And then I go and look at the property with my agent and estimator, or I think it's called an estimator, or I forget what it's called. The person who comes and check the building to like take a look at it and see if everything's good with it, basically. So I went with them. And we were just looking over stuff. We sent back all the things that was wrong with the building, and they gave me certain credit or whatever. So I ended up getting like $8,000 credit or $10,000, something like that. After everything, the building cost me $485,000, and I think I put down around 17 grand, and I had about 25 grand saved up or 30 grand saved up. And then I moved into the property. Everything was going well. And then, yeah, that was pretty much it. Everything was going well. And then I was talking to the tenants, and they said the top floor tenants, they said they were thinking about moving out because they were getting their own property. So I had about a good year with them, or 8 months or so, something like that. They were paying me $1,750, and then they vacated, and it has been vacated since. And I've had somebody doing renovations and repairs, but they kind of took a long time because I was paying cheaper for them. So it took a long time. They were working on it a couple hours a week, couple hours, every day or so. And now everything is finally done. Sorry, guys, that was a long story. Everything is finally done, though. So I'm trying to get it renovated. As far as do I regret it? Do I regret purchasing a home? I wouldn't say I regret purchasing a home. I would say I regret purchasing a home, investment property too soon, because I feel like I should have had more funds saved up for repairs or renovations and things like that. I didn't have to, and that's the thing too, I didn't have to renovate the property. It was fine as what it was. And I think maybe it's just me being a first-time homeowner, and learning as I go, because I didn't have to renovate the top floor unit. It was livable, it was good, it was decent, but I felt like I couldn't get as much money as I would have if I didn't make the renovations, if that makes any sense. So I really wanted to make the renovations. I wanted to update the lights. I wanted to update the bathroom. I wanted to update the flooring because the floors were all scratched up and stuff, the paint. And I did all that stuff, and I'm going to show you guys right now. I don't know if I have any before pictures, but I'll look for them. I don't think I took any, or maybe a video or something, but I'm definitely going to show you guys what it looks like right now. And if you guys could see what it was before, you would definitely agree with me that I'm kind of surprised that the last person was paying $1,750, but then again, it does have a lot of rooms. So I'm going to take you guys up there. I'm going to show you guys the property, talk a little bit more about the property, and kind of why I might have regretted purchasing an investment property a little bit too soon. And the only thing I have to say about that is because I did take out a small loan, a personal loan, to be able to pay for the renovations, and that's something I felt like I could have just saved up money so that I didn't have to make any payments on interest. I could have just had more money saved up, but I kind of just jumped on this property. But I do want to get somebody. I'm trying to learn the screening process. I'm trying to learn how to screen tenants and stuff like that. So if you guys know anything about that, drop a comment below. Help a guy out, help a brother out. But yeah, let's go take a look at the top floor unit. I'm gonna show you guys around, show you guys how many bedrooms and stuff it has, and talk a little bit more about it. So let's go. Here it is, guys. This is my property right here. Got the top floor that is currently vacant, has the balcony. I got the floor that I live on, which is the first floor, and then we have a garden unit over here. So I'm gonna take you guys in, give you guys a little tour, and show you guys around. Also, I do have for rent sign. Like I said, I'm gonna be putting it up. I'll probably put it on this right here. All right, so it is a top floor duplex. So let's go up the stairs and check it out. What I do like about this building is that it has a lot of natural sunlight, like right here. All right, let's make our way in. I'm gonna show you guys around. This is what I really like about it, these stairs that go up. So you have the top floor, family can come in here. Fixed up the floors here. The guy that I had do it, he did, he sanded the floors, and he put like a gloss on them. I don't know what type of gloss it was, but this used to be like a really dark brown, and it was all scratched up from the last tenants. So it looks really nice. A lot of natural sunlight coming in. You got the stairs, which I'll go up there in a minute. Let me show you guys over here. Right here, I had new floors put in. This is my favorite part about it. Boom, bathroom. Really like it. It looks way better than my floor. Actually, that's what I forgot to say too. My floor is not even done yet. My first floor, my kitchen is still under construction. So I gotta get that fixed. But right here looks really, really nice. I like the way the bathroom looks. Check it out. Silver, nice silver accents, bathroom. A lot of natural light right here. I love this window. Because usually those windows is like the blocks, the glasses, and the exhaust fan at the top. It didn't have an exhaust fan before, so we had to put one in. And also change its colors. Check that out. That's dope. You can set it to any color you want, and it has a speaker in it too. So that's pretty cool. Turn it off. There we go. All right. Over here, here's one of the rooms. Put new floors in. This room had carpet in it. So rip the carpet up, put new floors in, put a new LED light in. Dope light, I like it. Check out the kitchen. Here's one of the other rooms. Same thing. New floor put in. This room had carpet too. Same light. And here is the kitchen. Kitchen, boom. We got a cabinetry, cabinet, cupboard thing right there. We got fridge, oven, exhaust fan put up here. And the cool thing about this exhaust fan is that it has, my bad if the camera's shaky too, I'm holding it. So I can turn it on by just waving my hand. There we go. You can turn it off doing the same thing. That's pretty cool. Then I had a new backsplash put in. The cabinets stayed the same. Backsplash put in, and there's something else. Oh, I have another light put in right here. Yeah, so overall, I mean, I think it looks pretty dope. Let me see. It's kind of hard because I'm holding the camera too, but kind of get the gist of the kitchen. I like the way it looks. It looks pretty dope, especially from what it was before. Before, the floor had tile. It was like a brownish tile that it had, and it was like cracking all along the floor. And then the walls got painted. This beige tan color kind of matches the cabinetry. Got the oven. The oven was already there. Fridge was already there. So, but new lights, new flooring everywhere throughout the whole thing. That floor, we got this gray concrete looking floor, which looks pretty cool too. But my favorite part about it is the kitchen. I mean, not the kitchen. This ain't no kitchen. The bathroom. The bathroom was really, really dope with the glass door panels. The mirror looks dope. I keep saying dope, my bad. The mirror looks good. Bathroom looks good. I like the way the bathroom looks. And here's one more of the rooms. I don't know if I showed this room. This one has the flooring in it because it leads into the living room. So, and it has that same light. I got those same lights throughout the whole what's it called? The whole unit. But now I'm gonna take you guys upstairs, show you up here real quick. Take these stairs. And that's gonna pretty much be the end of the video. The other thing I wanted to talk about was, what do I want to talk about? No, that's pretty much it. Finding a rental. I would say the most important thing is, so this one up here in the attic, it's a duplex up. So it has a lot of space. A lot of space up here. Lights, everything. Show you guys real quick. It's pretty dark over here. Let me find the light. Find this light for you guys. Boom. Here is the other bathroom. So you got the bathroom there. Mirror, vanity, toilet. So that's there. And then we have this last unit over here, which has a pretty big closet. And that's pretty much it. That's all of the spaces inside this unit, like the rooms. But overall, do I regret purchasing my first rental investment? I would say just make sure you have a lot of savings. Make sure you have a lot of funds saved up, because if you don't have a tenant, it can become a lot. Like right now, I didn't have a tenant for like a whole year, so I was paying most of the mortgage. The whole point of investment property is for the tenants to be paying for the vast majority of the mortgage, because if I wasn't gonna have a tenant here, I would have been better off just renting. So I would say make sure you have a lot of savings saved up, or be prepared to take out a loan if you have to do any renovations, or the best way to do it would be to just get a property that was already fully renovated, so you don't have to make any renovations. But it's going to be a little bit more expensive, so your monthly payment is going to be more anyway. So I don't know. It's about finding that middle ground, especially if you live close to a big city or you're trying to get investment property near a big city like Chicago. The price of properties are very, very much inflated and very up there. So it's hard unless you're getting something in the suburbs, but then the rent is not going to be as much. So I would say just find a really, really good property that doesn't cost as much, that's fully renovated. That's your best bet. Because I had to wait like a whole year waiting on renovations to be done. Even though it could have been quicker, but I would have had to pay way more money. So that's what I would say. Other than that, I don't regret it. I just regret not having a surplus of funds saved up to really invest into it. But right now I'm planning on getting a tenant. Getting a tenant up here on this floor. That's why I have the for rent sign. I have the Zillow listing. I have the Redfin listing. I'm trying to screen properly to find a really good tenant. Yeah. Yep. Other than that, what else? What else do I have to say? When I was doing the FHA loan, if there is a tenant there, I forgot what it's called. I think it's called the rule of thirds or something like that. You have to make sure you're aware of that too. Make sure you guys have really good credit. Build your credit up so that you can be able to get a property. So make sure you build your credit really good. Make sure you have a job that pays good to be able to afford it. Make sure you have the good down payment to get your first property. And also, if you're trying to get a multi-unit, I think if it's 3 or 4 units, you have to, what is it? The money coming from the rent from the tenants has to equal up to a certain percentage of your monthly payment. So if it doesn't, you're not going to get approved for the loan. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called the 2/3 rule or something like that. Look it up for FHA. It's something I didn't know about. I forgot what it was, but I'll try to find it too, and I'll make another video or something about it and talk about it. Other than that, I'd advise to get your first property, get into your first investment property, but just be smart about it. Save up enough money. If you can get a partner, if you can get somebody to help you with it, try to partner up with a really, really, really close family member or really like best friend or something like that, to really alleviate some of the payments. Other than that, that's it, man. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to try to get this unit rented out. I'll have an update for you guys when I do. As far as how much I'm going to charge for this unit is going to be $2,400. I think I already said that in the video earlier, though. And the last tenants were paying $1,750. So the lowest I'm really want to go with the rent is probably about $2,000, but I'm trying to get around $2,400 because I did make a lot of renovations to this unit. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope it was informative. If you guys like my content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See you on the next one. Peace.